So OG Vikings fans know just Cordarrelle Patterson, 2013 first round pick out of the University of Tennessee, Rocky Top. Remember that was the one where Rick Spielman was in a press conference talking about first round picks Sharif Floyd and Xavier Rhodes, and then he got called out because the Patriots were on the horns. Hey, Rick Spielman, this is Bill Belichick. We'll trade you the pick, and then you can draft Cordarrelle Patterson, but then we'll get Cordarrelle in a couple years anyway. Click. All right. So for years, one of the more frustrating things for Vikings fans is that the Vikings would not use Cordarrelle Patterson. Remember, Norv Turner was like, well, we prefer Charles Johnson because he can actually run a route better than Cordarrelle Patterson, and everything is about my scheme as opposed to getting your best athletes on the field and actually trying to do something. Yeah, so that's also a thing that we bandied about the fan base quite a bit. Is like, move Cordarrelle Patterson to running back, right? And now it has finally happened, and it took the stupid, crooked Chicago Bears as well as Dollar Store Brad Childress head coach Matt Nagy to finally make it happen. But at least it's happening, right? And, you know, the whole notion, well, I think it was misplaced. So the thought of moving Cordarrelle to running back, it wasn't that he was going to be a full-time running back. I don't think that was ever going to happen. Cordarrelle Patterson was never going to be a 30 carry a game, Adrian Peterson type between the tackles guy. He wasn't. Or even Percy Harvin, who essentially was a running back, especially by body type. Like Cordarrelle, I think he's a little bit too tall, a little bit too wiry. He's not stout enough to be an every down or even like a 50% timeshare running back. But talked this week that the Bears are using him in running back meeting rooms. He's not in the wide receiver meeting rooms. You know, maybe that's just because Cordarrelle wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But if Cordarrelle Patterson was used in the backfield, say 5 to 7 snaps a game, baby, you got a stew going. You have a spark, so why the hell not? And with the Bears, they do have David Montgomery, prior to Iowa State respect. Tariq Cohen, who's been a very solid scat back for a number of years, even though I still don't think that they use him correctly. But adding Cordarrelle to that mix, maybe it could work. Not against the Vikings, but it could work. Hopefully against the Packers. Yeah. Now, Zimmer, what's been frustrating about Zimmer is that he just does not seem to buy into the gimmicky, gadgety, what he would deem gadgety type offenses, and it is a little bit confusing, right? So I do think that Norv, wasn't into using Cordarrelle in that manner. He was much more a traditionalist, but also I think Zimmer having that overriding influence. Yeah, I think they honestly had to pull his teeth when they had Jerick McKinnon running some Wildcat, right, under Pat Shurmur. And also remember Pat Shurmur, right when he took over for Norv after Norv quit, and Pat Shurmur was the tight ends coach, and then he took over. There was a couple snaps with Linval Joseph at fullback, and we're like, oh yeah, let's go, baby. And then after one game, there was like, no more of that ish. Yeah, creative, fun things that actually get the fans excited and could actually probably work, and also would energize the locker room because it's kind of cool and kitschy and different. No. But it is confusing from Zimmer's standpoint because as a defense coordinator for all these years, like he knows how maddening it is if variables are put in, right? How much more time do you have to dedicate to watching film, potential trick plays, wildcat, this, that, other things, different personnel groupings? It's weird, right? It's like when college teams all of a sudden have to get ready for a triple option team, like Georgia Tech or one of the service academies comes in. Like sometimes those triple option teams will have an advantage because it's something you don't see every day, right? It's something a little bit different, and being different does give you an advantage sometimes. So I don't understand why the Vikings offense is always just so meat and potatoes traditional. I don't get it. Now, I'm not saying go full-on Wildcat every single down, go full-on air raid offense, go full-on read option. No, but just like a couple plays here and there. Yeah. So that was the most frustrating about Cordarrelle Patterson because the offense was helter-skelter at times. I do blame a lot of it Norv Turner acquiescing to the two-down tyrant Adrian Peterson, but just throw 84 on the field and give him the ball. It was tough because Cordarrelle's first season under Musgrave, second season under Norv Turner, he did have 22 rushing attempts. Most of them were in 2013. Some were reverses, yes, but also a lot of it was him lining up in the backfield and just handing him the ball. Like, hey, get your best athlete on the field, the rock, and see what he can do. He averaged 12.5 yards per attempt as well as 4 touchdowns those 2 seasons. He has a career 7.6 yards per rushing attempt on 103 carries and 7 touchdowns. But hey, yeah, that guy, You don't want to get that guy involved as much as you possibly can, right? And the Bears have infamously tried to return all-time great return men into offensive weapons before. So remember Devin Hester, who greatest punt returner of all time, was a meh kick returner. Cordarrelle is the greatest kick returner of all time. Bears fans, they do get it twisted and they just get offended because that's what they do, right? But Devin Hester, who was a quarterback by trade at the U and a quarterback when the Bears drafted him, they tried to turn him into a wide receiver because Lovey's like, yeah, we can't generate any offense, so 23, get out there. Right. So we'll see if it works out or not. I mean, honestly, if Bears can use Cordarrelle like 3 to 5, 5 to 7 snaps a game and just keep defensive coordinators up at night, I think it could work. But also it sucks because I hate the Bears with the fury of 1,000 suns. But I'm always going to have a soft spot in my heart for Cordarrelle. Maybe I should get that looked at. But I mean, I loved him. Like, he had so much fun out there, so nonchalant and stuff. And it's just, I love Cordarrelle. Hopefully it works out, just not against the Vikings. Hopefully it works out against the Packers. There you go. All right, but your thoughts, Cordarrelle, finally a running back. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Viking takes. Want to support that work, pull us up in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.